Chinese cuisine is renowned worldwide for its richness and diversity, but the secrets and historical events behind this cuisine make it even more fascinating. The periods of famine and dramatic events in China's history have deeply influenced its current culinary habits. In the 17th century, while the Ottoman Empire was managing a large population, China had an even larger population, and feeding this massive number of people was a significant challenge. Despite its fertile lands, China sometimes experienced severe famines, forcing people to eat anything they could to survive. It was during these times that unusual foods became part of Chinese cuisine. In rural areas, peasants were required to comply with strict state production quotas. These stringent regimes meant that people had to work constantly to meet their production capacities. Some campaigns to increase agricultural production had unexpected consequences. For instance, Mao Zedong's Great Leap Forward in 1958 aimed at radical changes in agriculture and industry. However, the policies implemented during this period disrupted the natural balance and led to even greater famines. The Great Leap Forward resulted in the Great Chinese Famine, which claimed millions of lives. People had to eat whatever they could find to survive. One particularly striking incident involved the directive to eradicate sparrows because they were believed to harm crops. However, this action disrupted the ecosystem, leading to a surge in insect populations that further threatened crops. As a result, millions of people died of starvation in 1960. The famine was so severe that people ate anything they could find. These challenging times shaped Chinese people's food culture. A particularly tragic story from this period tells of a girl who, in a desperate attempt to avoid starvation, ate her mother. This horrifying event underscores the devastating impact of famine and the extreme measures people took in their desperation. Such stories reveal the tragic past behind Chinese cuisine. Today, Chinese cuisine continues to captivate the world not only with its flavors but also with the stories behind it. The food culture in China reflects the events, struggles, and survival efforts throughout history. This mysterious and rich past enhances the allure and appeal of Chinese cuisine. For example, the exotic foods sold in street markets attract people not only with their flavors but also with the stories behind them. Each food item carries a memory of the struggle against hunger and the fight for survival. Food security in China remains a significant concern. Polluted water sources and climate change threaten agricultural lands. There are growing fears that a new food crisis could emerge in the future. These uncertainties suggest that the flexibility of Chinese cuisine to use all kinds of ingredients will continue. Even in modern cities today, people prefer meals prepared using traditional methods, indicating that the legacy of the past is still alive. Chinese cuisine captivates the world not only with its flavors but also with the stories behind it. The food culture in China reflects the events, struggles, and survival efforts throughout history. This mysterious and rich past enhances the allure and appeal of Chinese cuisine. Chinese dishes are a reflection of the dramas and mysteries experienced throughout history. Today in China, food security remains a major concern. Polluted water sources and climate change threaten agricultural lands. There are growing fears that a new food crisis could emerge in the future. These uncertainties suggest that the flexibility of Chinese cuisine to use all kinds of ingredients will continue.